KDLD Santa Monica and KDLE Newport Beach. LINOC. This is Camp Freddy Radio.
The following takes place between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m.
Billy Morrison, Dave Navarro, Matt Sorum, Donovan Leach, and Chris Cheney.
Today is the longest day of my life.
This is Camp Freddy Radio on the Independent FM Indie 103.
What's up, LANOC?
This week was the longest week of my life.
Actually, mine too.
How are you, Billy?
I'm wonderful, and you know it's great to have two members of Camp Freddy in the same room at the same time.
It's a rarity.
People don't understand how hard it is to do that.
To get us all together.
Yeah, more than one member of Camp Freddy in the same room at the same time is quite a feat.
Well, that's because everyone is doing their own thing.
Absolutely, and hence the reason why the record's taken 3 years. No, 2 years.
It's true.
But it has taken, yeah, but, you know, that's what we like about this.
And we're kind of the originators. Like, just back in the very, 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 very beginning.
Yes, it started with a phone call from you to me.
That's right. And then we put
He rang me up and he said, I love you, Billy. And I said, well, I love you too. And the rest is history.
That's right. And by the way, this is Donovan Leach. No, and which other member is it? Hi, this is the tambourine player. My name is Phil.
We keep Phil off stage because, you know, it's not cool to have a tambourine player, but he has been there since the beginning.
I have.
Haven't you, Phil?
I'm a natural when it comes to the way I tambourine.
Guess what we can talk about now, Donovan?
Yes.
Well, you know, I was trying to be good and I was emailing the managers and going, well, can we name this movie and the tracks and, you know, just trying to be politically correct about everything. And
now we're doing it.
And now we're going to talk about it just because it's out there anyway. So
Dave let the cat out of the bag.
Yes, he did, and I love Dave for doing that because he doesn't really care if it's PC or not. He just types it up.
Dave does what he wants to do.
So, what's the movie that we're doing?
We are doing a soundtrack for a film, a Lionsgate film called Employee of the Month with Jessica Simpson. And is it Dax Shepard?
Dax Shepard, yes. You might
Punk'd?
You might remember the episode where he rams Dave and Carmen's episode.
That's right.
He was in that. He was the driver. Very, very funny.
Right.
Funny guy. And we've done a few tracks, and I don't think all of them will make it, but I know one or two are going to make it into the movie and the soundtrack album, so that's rather wonderful. The first recorded Camp Freddy stuff
is actually coming out. And I'll tell you, it is really, really, really difficult to get on a soundtrack. We know because we've been trying to get these songs delivered on time, the right people recording them. And it's not just making a record. You have to play it for the director. He's got to dig it. It's got to fit into the film. The studio's got to like it.
Here's how it works. What happens is someone calls up and goes, hey, you know what would be a great idea? We're making this movie. We'd love Camp Freddy to do some songs. And that all sounds great. And then 6 weeks later, you get a call going, by the way, the deadline's Friday, and we'd like this song and this singer and this guitarist. And don't be late because otherwise you won't be in the movie.
Right.
And everyone just starts running around like headless chickens making it happen.
And Mike Klink, he God bless him, because, you know, this guy's like, what is going on with you people?
Before we play our first song, let me tell you, yeah, exactly, let me tell you something. Thursday was his 15th wedding anniversary, okay? 15th wedding anniversary. And on Wednesday night, I have to call him and say, Mike, you know this Lionsgate thing? Yeah. Well, the deadline's Friday, so you've got to work all day tomorrow.
Through the whole wedding anniversary?
The whole thing.
Wow.
At midnight, I'm sitting there going, do you think you'll make anniversary number 16 at this rate?
Now, this is the guy that produced the Guns N' Roses records, and I'm sure he had his fair share of problems with those guys.
Oh, it's
making appetite, but...
Well, trust me, nothing. I've looked at him a couple of times and gone, was it like this doing GNR? And he went, they got nothing on you guys. Have you got something lined up? Should we bust out a song?
Should we start with me? Sure, why not? Okay. You know, it's summertime. I want to talk. Oh, wait. They have a sign in here that says on air. Indie is getting pro.
Dude, that's not indie.
That scared me earlier.
That's huge. We now have our own on-air red light thing
directly below the plasma TV.
Michael Steele splashing out.
He's splashing out here.
That's where our wages are going up.
I'll bet you Jonesy wanted that for World Cup, probably, right?
Yeah. I'm leaving unless you put a television in here.
I want to get some calls going while we're doing the show. 1-877-900-1031. We're in the deep summer right now. It was so bloody hot today. And everyone's got to have their favorite summer song, going on. So I was putting my little playlist together and just thinking of fun summer songs. I don't know which one, 7 or 4. I don't know. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Donovan,
let's go for 4.
Before you play that, let me ask you something. So what, we're going to get some calls going on and people are going to be ringing up with their favorite summer songs.
Absolutely.
And then we're going to say, that's great, we can't play them because we don't have that song.
Yeah, I just want to hear what people are listening to,
Nice.
Just a little conversation. All right, so this is track 4.
The soothing sounds of the summer.
Yes, that was the Dandy Warhols. You Were the Last High. Sung by my good friend Courtney Taylor.
Funnily enough, I brought the Dandy Warhols. We used to be friends, but seeing as you already played that
a long time ago, we used to be friends.
Donovan.
What, did I look bad?
Yeah.
Billy's taking digital photos of me.
Sort yourself
This
out.
is what you have to do. When they take the picture of you at the party, you got to stop, look, and listen.
But
Stop, drop, and roll. We had a couple of calls. The first girl, I think Lily Young was her name, and she said her summer song is Waterloo Sunset, but
she sounds cute.
Yeah, she was cute. The Bowie version, not the Kinks version.
Sunset.
And then she mentioned something about the baby spiders from Mars. Is there a baby spiders from Mars?
That's news to me.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll have someone call in and tell us all about them.
And In the Summer by War, Denise, indie listener Denise called in with In the Summer by War. And then we have someone on the line who said they've got a funny summer song story. Hello.
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 You are on the air with Indy.
Hi. I got a wonderful summer song. I'm a designer. I've been working all day, and actually, how hot it is. I work out of my garage.
What are you designing?
I do everything, but today I'm doing T-shirts. I'm putting finishing touches on my T-shirts. I hand paint them.
Well, that's good. We'll take an order of 200 Camp Freddy shirts.
Dude, I've been trying to get them to you for so long, though. But if you go to Maxfield, no problem.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Work for me.
So they're $200 a piece.
How much?
Aren't they?
Do you work at Maxfield's?
No, I don't. I sell to them.
Oh, that's nice. What's the name of your company?
Imp of the Perverse.
Imp of the Perverse.
Now, are you online? Are you online? What happens if I Google Imp of the Perverse right now?
You'll get a story by Edgar Allan Poe.
Nice.
And
The Raven.
Anyway, it's a good story. It's a good read. I read it a long time ago, and I sort of filed it when I was about 12 years old. I said, you know what? I'm gonna. When I'm a rock and roll star, that's the name of my band. But unfortunately, it took a few different roads, and I decided to call my collection that.
Nice. What's the humorous anecdote?
All right, so I got to get these T-shirts out, and I work out of my garage. It's hot, and it's about maybe 120 degrees in here. I throw on the iPod, and I throw on the Fountains of Wayne CD called Utopia Parkway. There's a song on it called Must Be Summer. 12-string guitar, jangly, jangly. And I was just screaming this song as I was working, and I, without realizing it, of course, the garage door's open, had half the neighborhood looking at me, laughing. I had a good time, sweating.
Did you have your shirt off?
I had everything off. That's the funny part. Totally forgot I had the garage door open, so I'm just singing and naked.
And the moral of this story is?
It's a good song. Maybe you might want to play it.
There you go. It is a good song. I like that song.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'm going to look up Imp of the Perverse.
I just did. It comes up Edgar Allan Poe. The guy's not lying.
He's not lying.
He's not lying.
There you go. Maxfields. If you got the money, buy the shirt.
But listen, let's go back to the T-shirts for Camp Freddy. I made quite a few jackets, for Maxfield and the kind of crowd that.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say it once, so listen carefully.
I will.
info@campfreddy.net. Send me.
I already got it written down.
Well, send me an email.
I will.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Guys, have a good night.
Bye.
Thanks. My favorite summer song.
And Terry down in OC, don't send me an email.
Yes. My favorite summer song, Billy. I think I'm crazy. Does that make me crazy? And anyone could sing the verse because he goes, you can just make it up as you go along.
That's pretty good.
That song is driving me crazy.
You know what my favorite summer song is?
Yes.
Let me tell you how hot in the city tonight. That's a very good summer song.
That is a good one.
Oh,
And it shows your age.
Yes, it does. It does show my age. Right, what you been doing all week?
I've been alone. Speaking of summer, my wife is in Ibiza right now.
Alright, so got any E's?
It's all gone Pete Tong, mate.
It's all gone Pete Tong.
She actually told me that she went to a party last night that Pete Tong DJ'd at.
Right. You know how much those guys get paid to do that stuff?
Tens of thousands.
Tens of dollars. It's huge.
So that's and I've been alone all week, so you know it's been good, and it's been
internet porn.
Lot of internet.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that
2-3 times a day. It's bad.
Red raw.
I've been talking to my therapist about it too. Trying to find other things. Just find a good book or something. You know?
Macrame. I found that macrame or possibly some crochet, it really helps. You know, when you get that urge to go on, animallife.com, get out the knitting.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Make a scarf.
Midgets.
1-877-900-1031. Summer songs, it appears, is the topic.
For the moment.
Which I like.
Yeah.
Here's a song for you. This is by a band called Splodgeness Abounds, and it was led by a singer called Max Splodge.
Splodge. What does splodge mean?
I don't really know. But his name was Max Splodge back in...
I know it has something to do with internet porn.
It was South London, and this wonderful little 2-minute song is called 2 Pints of Lager and a Packet of Crisps, Please, and you will see why. Now that is a modern classic.
2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps, please.
That is an absolute modern classic. They don't write lyrics like that anymore.
They don't.
2 pints of lager and a pack. You know what would be good? The Geico Lizard does an album.
The Geico.
The Lizard.
Yeah.
You know, like,
that'd be good.
It's pie and chips for free.
Pie and chips.
Keep it social, how's your mum? That was Splodgeness Abounds.
Yes, that was good. I was just saying that my old band Nancy Boy, we did a sort of version of that song called "You Looking at My Pint," which basically the lyrics were "Oi oi oi oi, you looking at my pint," and then the second verse was "Oi oi oi oi, you looking at my bird." Oi 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 oi, you looking at my motor.
See, it's clever. You got a twist.
Yeah,
got a twist on it.
Pint, bird, motor.
Awesome.
That's what it's about.
Awesome.
Girls, drink, and cars.
I like that, and I've seen the way you used to look, your band. I would love to have seen that lot singing "You Looking at My Motor" in your silver spandex pants.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Well, I'm wearing my Christian Dior jeans today.
They're very nice, actually.
I've got an unhealthy obsession with Dior Homme. I was in the store the other day. Christian Dior men's store on Rodeo Drive, and the guy was helping me out, and everything's very expensive and very fancy and very cool, and it's all designed after basically Pete Doherty from Libertines and Baby Shambles.
Yeah.
The designer for Dior Homme, his name is Hedi Slimane. His sort of inspiration, his muse, as it were, is Pete Doherty. So everything is very cool, skinny punk. Right. And I'm in the store, and the guy's helping me out, and all of a sudden, Elton John's husband walks in. David Furnish. Yeah. I get dropped like a hot potato.
Of course you do, darling.
I'm suddenly in the back. This David Furnish character.
Let me tell you, David Furnish is going to buy a little bit more Dior than you are.
Oh, yeah.
I've actually seen them shop.
Yeah, this guy dropped about 15 grand in about 10 minutes. And then he left. And then the guy came back and he said, "I'm so sorry, when David comes in, it's just so crazy." And I said, "Is he buying for him or for Elton? Because I'm trying to think of Elton John in little skinny, jeans. I can't picture it. I'm thinking Mew Mews. For Elton.
Little pink plastic Mew Mews.
Yes. And he said, "No, that was all for David." And then I said, "Is it David's money that's being spent? Where's Elton's money?" Because also David had a very nice watch on. And that's my story.
You would imagine that he had a nice one. I was in Dior the other day, and I ended up asking them if they had anything for 20 quid. Which they don't really do that.
Yeah.
Yes. So do we have to pay bills already, right? Keep it dialed right here, because we do actually have Mr. Jason Newsted, him of Metallica, Voivod, and now Supernova fame, right? And he's actually bringing in the rest of Voivods, so sooner or later they're going to come crashing through that door and take over our radio station, which is great.
Should I be nervous?
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, you should be really nervous. No.
He's going to take one look at my Dior jeans and kick the shit out.
He's going to go,
hello.
He's going to go, are they Dior? Yeah. They're really cool. Where'd you get them? I wonder if they got them in my size.
What season are they?
Yeah. Are they last year? No, Jason's great. He's really cool. And they will be here shortly. And this is my favourite part of the show.
This is Camp Freddy Radio, Indie 103.1.
You're 13 and you just want to be a rock and roller, and the very, 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 very first music television program pre-MTV was a show called, I think it was called Video Music Countdown or something like that. It was like back in the early 80s. They had 4 videos, and they would just run them in rotation constantly.
Right.
They were 2 Iggy Pop videos and 2 Tim Curry videos. And this was one. This was an Iggy Pop video, and this is my favorite era of Iggy Pop. This is post-Stooges and when he kind of got crappy in the 80s. So like
James Williamson guitarist
This
era.
is good stuff right here. It's called I'm Bored.
Oh.
Excellent.
That's awesome. I love that period of Iggy.
That was I'm Bored and 5'1" were the 2 videos.
Yeah, 5'1". I'm only 5'1".
Now that the time has come, and he says, and I wish life could be Swedish magazines.
Yeah.
And it was that, because that was the time Swedish erotica was like the big mag. Like that's what all the boys were
I'm
into.
still a subscriber, mate.
To Swedish erotica,
yeah.
really?
Comes to my door every whatever.
Wow. I would. Can you get the vintage, like the 70s
that
stuff?
and Gardening Weekly are the 2 subscriptions I have.
In Advertising Weekly.
I like to know how to prune geraniums.
That's true. Have you seen Wordplay?
No.
I know that your wife is a crossword
crazy
puzzle fanatic.
Oh, that's right. You two, when we go away on Camp Freddy trips, you two get really boring.
We get into it.
What's a 5-letter word for vampirism?
I love it. I think it's great. But and apparently Wordplay is supposed to be a good film, and I don't think maybe I could go see it with Jen.
Yeah, please ask my wife out. Take her out.
Excuse me?
No, take her out to see either that or what was that Starbucks movie about the spelling bee?
Akeisha and the spelling bee.
Yeah, and Akela and the bee or something.
I don't want to go see that one.
So we do have some voivods. I don't know if that's the plural.
Voivod.
There's some voidai down in the
computer
lobby, waiting for another voidoi, and then they will be up here. So I'm very excited actually to talk to any band who's made 14 records.
Yeah, I got to tell you, the 12th record was personally my favorite. It sounded a lot like the 3rd record. And you know, I mean, you can't really mess with the first record. 8 and 9, I don't know. I think they lost track of things, but
you might want to have waited to do this one until afterwards. But off you go.
I just thought it was a funny bit.
It is. It's funny. It's huge. 14 albums this band have made. And
what I'm saying is, how do you keep track
about every one?
Yeah,
I'm going to get into it.
I mean, how many Stones records can you remember?
Oh, there's 3, isn't there? I mean, it's only rock and roll,
Exile on Main Street,
and that's it.
Yeah, those are the only 2.
That's it. 2 albums. At least being a fan of the Sex Pistols, it's very easy to keep track of.
They only have 1 record.
They only made 1 record,
and then, but technically they have that movie, that soundtrack.
Well, there's a ton of other records, but that's all rehashed and demoed.
It's all the same thing.
There's 1 proper album. That's Jones's thing, isn't it?
Exactly.
I only ever made 1 album. Wish we could have done 2.
What an album.
Yeah, exactly. You made the best. Just stop right there. Talking of Jonesy, he will be appearing with Camp Freddy at the House of Blues on August the 5th. Can we...
Pistol in a Prius. I want to write a song called Pistol in a Prius. Because
that's exactly what it is.
He's a pistol in a Prius now.
Yeah.
You know, and I have a Prius as well. And he's painted the red flag, the flag of England. Is it the flag of England?
Yeah, it's
the red cross.
St. George's Cross.
St. George's Cross on the roof of his car.
He has?
Yes.
God bless Steve Jones. God bless the man. What was I going to say? Yeah, can we give tickets away for that thing? I don't know whether we can.
Why not? I mean, maybe we can give a pair of tickets away and we could just put them on our guest list.
I'll tell you what we'll do to start with. Deb, if you're listening, call me up. Tell me if we can give a pair of tickets away for the X Games, because it is a private thing, but it's going to be a really cool show. And, I'm sure we can squeeze 2 people in, right?
Why not?
And we'll, I'm actually going to ask Jason if he'll come and do that show, so maybe we'll get him to think of a question.
And the inner workings of Camp Freddy, you know that every show we try to have a guest that we've never had before, and we try to do a song that we've never done before. And it's a challenge during the summer because every band in the world who's worth anything is on the road right now. So, you know.
Except us.
Except Camp Freddy. And it's, you know, I mean, it's tough.
We have surprises.
I think we're gonna pull it out, but you got to get those guys that are like taking the summer off.
Absolutely.
You know, we're not gonna get the Raconteurs.
The Raconteurs.
That is personally my favorite summer album. Jack White.
Yeah, they played last night, didn't they? Or the night before,
they?
Over at the Wilton.
Oh,
yeah.
God, I love that band.
Tell you what, why don't you, let me see here. What do I got here? Oh, hit track 15. Talking of, doing new songs, we're going to attempt a new Clash song at the House of Blues. No one knows that except me, of course. But I agreed it with McGrath last week. Mark's going to sing this Clash song, but not this one.
Do you remember the Clash song we did in New York with Dee Snider from Twisted Sister?
Do you remember the one we did with Gavin Rostow?
Yes.
That's the one we're going to do.
That's the one
with Mark. That's what he wants to do, and we take care of, I guess. So
the one we did with Dee was
All right, why don't you get that? Hit the Clash. This is Safe European Homes. We'll be back in a minute.
There it is. Billy is on the wheels of steel. He is making it happen because our man Darren is downstairs.
Unbelievable. I've pressed every button that I could find.
You pressed all the right buttons.
I did, didn't I?
That's the thing about Camp Freddy Radio is we just
I wish we had Dave's webcam, because that's funny watching me behind it trying to figure out how to turn a record off.
Yeah, we're sitting here having a conversation and we look up and the song's just about over, and our man's downstairs getting Jason and his boys, and they should be up any second now.
Yeah. Oh.
One. Oh,
I'm desecrating the studio.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we know you have a choice with radio travel. Thank you for flying with Camp Freddy Radio.
Right.
And next time, we hope you choose us again. This is Donovan Leach.
I'm pretending that I'm making adjustments, but I'm just letting you talk right now.
1-877-900-1031. Jason Newstead and Voivod
are walking in
the studio right now.
Which is really good because...
Oh, actually, they're not walking. Yes, they are walking.
I'm behind the control desk, Darren, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes, exactly.
I've also pressed every button.
Hey.
Hey! Yeah. I might have broken something here. You might want to go into a song, because this is the worst 2 minutes of radio this station's ever had.
Oh, no. I think there's been worse radio than this.
Do me a favour. Press number 1 on my CD and play anything. Is that it?
NT 1031 is KDLD Santa Monica and KDLE Newport Beach, LINOC. This is Camp Freddy Radio.
The following takes place between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m.
Billy Morrison, Dave Navarro, Matt Sorum, Donovan Leach, and Chris Cheney.
Today is the longest day of my life.
This is Camp Freddy Radio on the Independent FM NT 103.
Yes, it is. Well, you're back with Camp Freddy Radio. I'm Billy Morrison and
Donovan Leach right here.
And we've been invaded, absolutely invaded, by the Rolling Stones of underground rock and metal.
Nice.
That's our title for you guys.
That's good.
Voivod in the house.
Yes. Hey, what's happening, fellas?
Live and direct. I love that. Do you like that title, the Rolling Stones of underground rock and metal?
It works for me. Yeah. So if we could just get like a percentage now of their stuff for using that or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that the way that works?
We'll work that out. 14 records, right?
Yeah.
14 albums.
So when did you guys form?
In 83. Jonquière, Quebec, Canada. So it's been a long run. And this is our 14th album, and we're really proud to release this now, because it's been quite a difficult year with the loss of Piggy. Our guitar players passed away a year ago, and we're really proud of this. We're really satisfied with what we've done. And
I'm sure. I mean, you have legions of devoted fans. I mean, I was just checking it out on the internet before I came down, and it's like this 23-year legions of fans have just been like hardcore Voivod fans.
Always there, and it's been for actually longer than Slayer, longer than Metallica, longer than Megadeth, longer than Exodus, longer than any of those bands. Voivod's making music, and Michel, better known to you folks out there as Away, has been there the entire time. He's the only one that sits here anymore that's been there from all the way through everything that's happened with the band, the changes of time and the changes of, bringing the vampire back out of the ice and thawing him out and doing it again. He goes back in the ice.
Is that Michelle, is that you? Do you call the guys and go, the vampire's coming out of the ice this year?
The vampire, explain Voivod, man. Explain it so people know.
Voivod is a vampire, actually. I picked that up, the name I picked that up in Bram Stoker's novel when I was a kid. It was for my drawings and stuff.
Right.
Later, and then I created a mythology of this nuclear vampire for my drawings, and later when we formed the band in '83, we thought it'd be interesting to develop this concept musically.
Right.
And of course we had the maestro Piggy, who wrote wonderful sci-fi music, and so we combined everything for 14 albums, and we are very lucky that we have this loyal following. We call them the Voivodians, and they buy the album every time it comes out, and we don't take it for granted. I want to say thanks to them, actually.
Absolutely. I didn't realize there was it's a whole package. There's mythology, there's a reason bit that it's not just, this is not the Rolling Stones of underground rock, by the way, people.
There's all kind of beyond that. There's albums that are chapters, songs that are stories, all this kind of thing that all relate to his dreams and brainiac craziness of being locked in the ice 200 miles above Montreal. I mean, like ice storms locking you down for 3 months, and for real, the real thing like that. The sound of Voivod, I can tell you as a fan, because I know the backstory of this band, because I've been a fan since we were competing for the same gigs when we were on Metal Blade Records together. Flotsam and Jetsam, Voivod and Metallica, same label at the same time, looking for the same gigs, man. So I've known those guys since this time, as far as looking from afar and going, man, they're badass, But they had one amplifier. He plugged his mic in. He didn't have to. He was jamming the drums. Bass plugged into that amp, and guitar plugged into that amp. All one amp. The sound of Voivod, and it still does the same sound. It's just like refined. But out of necessity, it was all created. From sound to the beginning to the guys being together. That's all there was to do. You could either like huff gas or get all crazy drunk or be stupid or whatever, or make music. And so they started this, actually, Piggy and Michelle started making noise together in 1979. So
in high school.
Right, in high school. So if anybody, the Slayers and all that of the world, these guys have made that kind of music.
Yeah, that's
longer than anybody.
That is actually quite impressive, because what it means is that there's this family vibe to what you do, and you've stayed true to the imagery and the music and what was behind it in the first place, which not a lot of bands. I mean, by the third album, people have just gone like, whoa, left of center, and then they're dropped, and then it's all drama. And you guys, 14 albums. Can we hear a track off this new album?
It's a good idea.
Who's going to tell us what it is?
It's called The Getaway.
And Darren looks like he's not. Are you awake?
I'm awake.
Wake up, Darren. Wake up. This is The Getaway by Voivod. That is the sound of Voivod on album number 14, which is called 14.
That's 14 in France. Just kind of spelled it a little different.
You see, there's a whole mythology about it. There's a whole story. It's called
like they have a different word for everything, those French guys.
You don't come from Canada, we know that.
That's right.
But have you spent a lot of time up there because of your Voivod connections and going up there to work, or do you come down here, or how does it work?
They've spent more time in California for the Voivod than I've spent in Montreal so far.
Right. You're coming down to the sunshine, guys.
Yeah.
You see, you ain't silly. You're not silly. We got to work on another album. Well, we'll come to you, Jason.
Yes.
How about that? We're going to give one of these away, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And you guys are going to sign it, right?
Yeah, it comes out on this Tuesday, the 25th, so it'll be one of the first ones out into the world, man.
See that? So 1-877-900-1031, and don't dial yet, because we're going to get a question. And you actually could own one of these before your friends, which is nice.
That's very nice.
Who's going to think up a question for the listener? See that? The listener.
Let's do something like something that a few people could get. You know what I mean? How about who's the producer? Okay, the same guy produced this album as produced Nothing Face. What is his name?
There you have it.
Excellent.
Same guy that produced Nothing Face produced this album. What's his name?
Quickly, Google.
Yeah, voivod.com. Quickly, 1-877-900-1031. I was on the site earlier.
Someone already on mine.
All right, let's go. Let's caution to the wind. And also, if you've got any questions for the guys, just call in because they're willing and ready.
Produce this out. What's his name? Google.
Turn your internet radio down.
777-900-1031.
Turn it down, otherwise you're going through a tunnel.
Let's go. Let's caution to the wind. And also, if you...
Ford, sorry, you lost out. All right, 1-877-900-1031. Give us a call, and you might win a signed Voivod album. So have you got any other anything else in the can, or is this the last of it?
We have some good stuff. Why don't you explain what happened?
Well, what happened was that Piggy, before passing away in August 2005, he explained to me that he had recorded professionally the 23 tracks that we had been writing with Jason and Snake, and after the Ozfest in 2003, so over a period of about a year and a half, we wrote 23 tracks, and he recorded that on his laptop with Pro Tools. So we're building the albums out of that. So we still, after these 10 songs coming out Tuesday, we still have 13 songs next year to release.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
from the same sessions that Piggy has. You know, all the songs of Voivod are Piggy's seeds. All of 180 or 200 songs that Voivod has so far, Piggy wrote them all. You know, as far as the infancy stuff.
Right, yeah.
And so we have 13 more that we did together as what we call Voivod Mach 3, which is us.
Right.
And then so we can continue with that with the people. And they have a video thing happening. They have Voivod Vid 1 out already, and they have 2 more packages that they wanted, that Michelle is trying to prepare as Voivod Vid 2 and 3 that will follow. Good. So along with these 13 songs, we have some other stuff, footage live of Piggy playing and all that cool stuff. We're going to share with people.
There's still content to be, like you say, shared with that legion that you've got of those fans.
And we're also remastering and re-releasing the back catalog as well.
Yep, everything's
a lot of work to be done.
Everything's coming out.
Yeah, and I have an art book coming out this year too, covering the years of Voivod, the art and stuff.
Art by Away.
I've got to tell you, people, I'm actually holding the cover of this new Voivod album, 14, which is 14 in French. The artwork is it's not to be viewed by little kids, is what it is, because I'm frightened and I'm a grown man, but it's really excellent, really weird and twisted and out there, and I advise you to go and get it forthwith. Let's go and take a call. Hey, you're on the air with Indy and Camp Freddy. You know, people, if you're gonna sit on the line for 10 minutes, why wouldn't you be on the end of the phone when you get connected? Hello, let's try another one. Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, is it Scott's spell ring?
No, man. Next. Good try, though. Good
next
effort.
One. Let's go to another call. Hi, you're live with Voivod.
Right.
Are our phones working all right, Darren?
I think so. Everybody's scared. Voivod, head for the hills!
We were scared. We were saying, oh, God, they're coming. The Voivod are coming.
And they end up being such good cats. It just makes such scary music. Yeah. What's up with that?
We got to ask you on air just whilst you're here, because it's just a real, quick interlude on the whole Supernova thing.
Interlude.
Are you enjoying it?
The Supernova television program extravaganza experience has been really cool so far. It's just getting better, actually. And as we go through the people, and it gets thicker and thicker and more, they only have each other up in that mansion, man. They're sequestered there. They don't get to watch TV or any of that stuff. It's just they have each other, so it gets pretty. They get pretty acquainted with each other, good friends, working on songs, doing all that stuff. So it's pretty good. Each week it gets harder and harder.
Are you starting to get fond of a few of them? You know, like becoming friends, and it's going to get harder and harder to get people to, you know, leave and stuff like that.
I have different levels of respect for different people. Everybody is so different from each other. They're really serious, unique individuals we have here.
Right.
From that corner of the earth and that corner of the earth, and so and so and so. And this much experience and that much experience and not that. And my specialty's flamenco and my specialty's metal and my specialty, you know, just all over the place. The auditions, dude. I mean, whoa. It's just insane. 12,000 people auditioned for the thing, right?
Yeah.
And we're down to 12 people now. So 1 out of every 1,000 auditioned. You know, we had to...
I think you were
sift through. I told you about it. We sifted through the accordion players and the yodeling lady and
stuff. Last time he came in with me and Dave, he's saying, I just came from the auditions and there was an accordion player. Okay, this is a band with Tommy Lee and Gilby Clarke and Jason Newsted. I'm going to play an accordion solo for you right now.
You guys like this? Oh, me, oh, my, oh, wow, man. No, that could be pretty rad for like one song.
As long as you're enjoying the process and not...
That's for sure. Absolutely.
We were talking earlier, I'm sure you're walking through, you know, Ralph's buying some milk or something, and it's like, I really think you should look at that Storm Large girl, because she's not got too bad a singing voice.
That's right. It was, except it was Gelson's, and the lady is like, you know, I think that that one girl so and so is just so cute, and you should keep her around for a while, and maybe she'll warm up to it and get to be more rock for you and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, whatever you say.
Everyone's got an opinion,
I'll make sure to write that one down. That's the 13th one in the last 10 minutes.
Number 3. All right. Well, here's the deal. 1-877-900-1031.
One more call there.
There is a call.
We'll give him one chance before we rock.
You're on the air with Voivod.
Yeah, I'm picking up the guess. I said Drew Masaryk.
Drew Masaryk, is that right, you guys? Man, I don't think so. Wah, 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 wah.
All right, guys, listen, out there, you've got 3.5 minutes to go onto voivod.com, which can't be that hard.
Do you even know who Drew is?
Drew Schnischenbad.
I was the guy that... Oh, no.
We're going to play another song from 14. This song's called Mr. Clean, and after that I want to see the phone lines lit up with either the right answer or some questions for the guys. Nice. That's the outro on the record.
Outro and intro into another song. So it's Piggy did all the interludes. He had played it on acoustic guitar. It's really quite an interesting and touching point about it is that he played electric guitar, built his first electric guitar on his own when he was 13 or 14 with his dad in his shop, I guess how I understand it, and then used that guitar.
Wow.
And then played electric, very, very electric, for a long time, forever and ever. And then when the stuff came down, it was finally decided that that was it.
Right.
So he had 3 months left, and unplugged, and played acoustic from then out, but didn't have an acoustic guitar before that.
Interesting.
Always just electric.
You know what I'm picking up about you guys is it's an intense band. It's intense.
That's a good word. That's a good word. In a lot of ways.
I love that. I mean, rock and roll is meant to be intense. I get off when I see a band that is intense. I want to feel like the band that is entertaining me is intense, be it on the record or live. And I pick that up, you know, from just the artwork.
Well, it was always meant to represent the technology and some kind of bleak future regarding the destruction of the planet and the wars and stuff like that. And and a lot of warnings against nuclear war, and we picked that up from like Broken Bones and Discharge and all these bands. And so the music has to represent that also, and everything that we were talking about 20 years ago is pretty much happening now, and it's even worse than we were expecting. So we try to keep the strange vibe in the music to represent this fear of what's going on right now.
I love that Discharge was cited in that as an influence.
No, big time.
I mean, huge.
He used to wear Discharge shirts all the time.
Yeah. Discharge were like one of the UK, like, if you went to see Discharge, I mean, you're coming away with a black eye. It was so intense. And crass as well. And I used to actually, like, travel the country trying to see crass. I mean,
Discharge did a record in 2003. Remember, we were on tour. That was like a soundtrack for Ozfest for us on the Voivod bus.
They made a record in
Yes, the original Cats, and it is wicked. I mean,
No, they're the real deal.
Man.
Those guys are the real deal. Let me tell you.
Absolutely, no question about it.
Yeah, and Crash, did Crash make it up?
Conflict, Crash, a huge influence. We didn't know way up in northern Quebec that there were like stockpiles of nuclear weapons everywhere, and until I heard these bands.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They taught me a lot just by listening, and that guy Steve Ignorant who was in Crash was just like very formative for me. I was a kid, and you got the Pistols doing their thing, and you got Crash slightly afterwards telling you. That's how I learned. My limited knowledge of politics is basically the Pistols and Crash, and it's way better than reading the newspaper, kids. Let me tell you that.
More entertaining for sure.
All right, let's see what's happening with this CD. Live on the air with Voivod.
Hey,
Billy.
Who's that?
Patrick J.
Patrick J.
How are you, my friend?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm very good, very good. Happy summer. Welcome to LA, Voivod, fellas.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
You got an
How do people not know if that's Glenn Robinson? Come on, it's one of the
Glenn
greatest.
Robinson.
Yeah, we have a winner.
Ding, 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 ding.
Patrick, you got any questions for the guys whilst you're on air?
Well, people forgot also about the Sid Barrett Astronomy Dominique song that was on there. It's fantastic. And not really any questions. Just say hey to my fellow drummer Away, who I've been listening to since I was 13, who's probably the most underrated drummer maybe of all time.
Wow, he's definitely one of them. That's nice.
Nice.
So he's
smiling
comment
now.
about Sid Barrett passing, and
indeed.
had a lot to do with. Had a lot to do.
Sorry, Patrick. We are true to the indie form. We actually are sharing 2 sets of headphones between 7 guys here.
I know the deal, dude.
It's a sad state.
Please, so he had said,
very sad day indeed. And Sid Barrett was definitely the first artist to sing from the subconscious, and
absolutely
huge influence on Voivod as well. And
plus, that was one of those first CDs the music collectors will remember that was like went DDD. Remember, it was that analog, digital for a while.
Yeah, it's true.
That was like digital back then.
Yeah. If not the very first in metal,
I think so.
And Piggy was a big fan of David Gilmour, so we ended up doing the Astronomy Domain version on Omaguma, the live version, because we were fans of Sid Barrett, but Piggy liked David Gilmour's playing better, so we had to compromise there. We just
hey man, well, much condolences on the loss of Piggy too. That's much condolences. That's all I can say about that. So
thank you very much.
Patrick, stay on the line. Darren will get your address and we will ship this autographed signed copy of the album.
All right, much love, brothers. Take care.
Take it easy.
Thanks, man. Good job.
Nice. Do we have to do what we do, don't we? I'll tell you what, run into the commercials. We'll say goodbye to the guys when we come back. All right? Oh, yes. It's so social here at Indie.
Whoa, yeah!
We're just hanging out, making dinner reservations.
And rocking out.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. What can I hear? Okay. That's the Sushi Roku website, by the way.
Nice.
Play the music.
Sushi Roku. Ladies and gentlemen,
what can I hear? Turn it off now.
The delicate sounds of Voivod.
Yes. So, guys, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for being
Let's have a recap. What's the website?
Voivod.com.
Easy. See, I like that.
And we got chophouserecords.com to get up information and all that kind of thing. Okay. And the new record, Couture's, comes out on this Tuesday, in a couple days here, on the 25th. And my boys are in town for the weekend. We're going to hang out, and we're going to go check out the Supernova show tomorrow and record, the next episode.
Yeah. Lovely.
And so my boys get to get behind the scenes here with the TV and see what that's all about.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
it's a laugh a minute over there, I'll tell you.
It's killer.
Yeah.
It is. It's fun, actually.
No, it is.
That thing is fun.
Yeah.
And, they're letting
I can imagine, no offense to INXS, because great band and everything, but I haven't been to this series yet. Wasn't exactly laugh a minute party time last season. I can imagine it's a little bit more.
It's very enjoyable. It really is. It's
with
fun.
You guys.
It's straight fun. It really is.
Yeah.
We go on and on. They're going, take it easy, because before they're having to pull stuff out of those guys. Please say something.
Yeah.
And now they're just telling us to shut up. So
I can imagine that.
Basically, exactly the opposite of what you just described.
I'm going to wait until it's down to the final 5, and then I'm going to call Dave.
Go on and get with it.
come in.
Throw some elbows.
Come in and see what's going on down at CBS.
Stage dive.
Billy in the pit. Awesome.
Front row. Yeah, I can do that. Donovan, you're going to come with me, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
What we have to do is, when the guy singers are there and the girls are like just staring at them. We can do that with the girls. We can just stand at the front row, and when they're doing it, I can just go.
Yeah, you could.
You're gorgeous.
You're flipping. And a pedal.
All right, guys. We should probably play some more music, right?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us, man. Thanks,
Voivod in the house.
Everybody.
And
thanks, man.
Just do us a favor. Hit any button anywhere, and play anything.
Cool.
Random. You're in charge.
Random jam.
Let's see what we have.
Jammed them random.
Go!
Our good friends, Voivod Gotors. They were cool guys.
Yeah, they're nice. I love those guys.
Yeah, and you were right when you were talking about how it's more than just a band. Really, there's a whole the whole mythology, the history. There was a lot of certainly a lot of emotion. And going all the way back to 1983, and that is certainly a long time.
Yeah. Thank you for coming, guys. Right.
And now it's just us again.
Now here's Yaz.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Belle and Sebastian.
So, what have you got on your calendar, Dono? What's happening? What's coming up? What's hot in Hollywood? Because you are ear to the ground. They call you Donovan Ear to the Ground Leech.
Am I still that guy?
Yeah.
I know, but it's
tough at the top, Dono.
Yeah, there's only one place to go from the top.
Absolutely. What's on your calendar? What would Young Hollywood be doing this week?
We all know that Young Hollywood is over at Hyde Lounge, don't we?
We do, yes.
It's this trendy little bar next to Greenblatt's.
Yes.
And
holds about 6 people.
But it's always 6 of the most fabulous people.
Yes.
I saw
Have you been over there and been fabulous? You have had a few nights at Hyde.
Well, I'm up in Laurel Canyon, so it's right down the hill, so it's a nice, easy little jaunt for me. And, you see some silly people there, and it's fun. It's just fun to go and kind of,
Have you seen that program that Brent's on, The Hills, on MTV?
I've not. I actually not, after spending thousands and thousands on a plasma TV, I don't turn it on. I haven't actually turned on my television in about 2 months.
Why?
Because I just watch everything on my computer now,
Oh, Donna, what are you doing? You've got the most amazing television.
I got this TV sitting downstairs, and I've got 1 million stations, and
You've got the Odeon Leicester Square in your house.
I don't even want to turn the thing on, I take my DVDs from downstairs, I bring them upstairs, I sit in bed, I watch Sexy Beast over and over again, or Clockwork Orange, or, Quadrophenia.
You're knocking one out to Sexy Beast?
No. How about Ben Kingsley in that film?
Yeah, he's hot.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah, no, he's great. Have you seen Layer Cake?
Yeah, that's a good one too. Daniel Craig, yeah. I love all those films.
What's out there right now that's piquing your interest? Pirates 2. I mean, Johnny Depp.
I've not seen it.
No, but neither have I. But that's got to be on the list.
Yeah, I have to wait for the missus, and when she gets back, we can go see that, because you can't go see that movie without.
Oh no, that's divorce material.
Exactly.
Oh, darling, by the way, whilst you were away for the weekend, I went to see Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean. That's it. I've had enough.
Yeah. Or Lady in the Water, the new M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Completely unrehearsed there. So what else? What else is going on?
Well, I'm off to New York next week. It seems like, I don't know, summertime, it's always just a different, it's kind of a different level. It's not like, it's not popping like, fall, where everyone's excited. Especially in New York City, you don't really get weather change here, It's just sort of hot or rainy.
And then it gets hotter.
Yeah, and then it gets hotter and hotter, and today was just unbelievably brutal.
Yeah.
I actually played softball today. I made a big mistake being outside for 2.5 hours. And it was, people weren't really thinking. 2 guys collided in the outfield, and one guy, tore his knee, and he had to leave to go to the hospital. And then the second guy was trying to chase a home run ball, slammed into the fence, got 5 stitches on his head. I mean, this was a tough game.
Violent game of softball you're playing.
It was. So, I don't know, but I was acting a little crazy today.
Well, I might. When are you back? Oh, we'll have to sort out the whole Camp Freddy radio thing, because I'm off to New York as well on Monday, so...
And Sorum's gone, and
Sorum's gone, everyone's gone, well...
Right. Weiland just got back from Bali.
Yeah.
Bali?
Bali. Isn't it?
No son of mine's doing ballet. What was that movie?
I have no idea.
That was the one, Billy
Elliot?
Billy Elliot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that. Ballet? What have you got lined up for us, Dono?
I got a track lined up. I wanted to keep it a little bit rock, and it's kind of mainstream, but again, great summer song. They go by an acronym QATSA.
Oh yes,
we love these guys, and we're trying to get. Is he still with her? Is the guy still with her, or is there?
I think he is. Yeah,
he is still with her. We're trying to get her to do the show as well because she's pretty great.
Yeah,
but this is the guy, and this is his song.
Back live on the air, Camp Freddy Radio, every Saturday night between 6 and 8, only on Indie 103.1 FM.
That's rock, like metal meets the Beach Boys. QATSA.
Sorry, Don, I'm completely obsessed now with why it's boring radio. Boring radio.
Yeah, Billy's trying to fix his QuickTime right now. It's 1-877-900-1031. We're clearly drained, exhausted in the heat of summer. It's Billy's off to a Russian wedding now.
I am, yes. I'm going to go and break plates. No, that's Greek. But I'm going to go and do whatever Russians do at their wedding. Which is
maybe someone here, listening knows what goes on at Russian weddings. 1-877-900-1031. If there's any hot Russians out there that want to give Billy a little advice of what he should do when he gets down to this Russian wedding that's apparently at MacArthur Park.
Yeah, it's like 6th and Alvarado. I've just looked on like the Google Maps thing. It's like where I used to score.
Well, that's a big, Russian, that's where all the Russians
Maybe
live.
I'll know a few people at the wedding. Party favors. What was I was going to say?
Here's somebody on one. This could be a Russian on run right here.
Let's take the Russian on line 1. Hi, you're live on the air with Indie. Dude,
wow.
What's the matter with these people?
I don't know.
I think it's us. I think our phones aren't working properly.
Yeah, I think you're right. Or there could be something really hot going on Jack right now.
Oh yeah, everyone just went to the left.
It's been a very long time since I've listened to the other alternative station here in town.
Yeah,
a really long time. I don't even have it like programmed on my radio anymore. And there used to be a time, because I grew up in Los Angeles, where that other alternative radio station was the only thing I listened to.
But now the world has indie.
Exactly.
And the world has Darren.
Oh, look, we have more people here.
Hold on, before we go there, let's just discuss Darren a second. Because Darren now, I don't know what happened to TK. He got lost in the ether.
No, you know what happened to TK? He got too big for his britches.
He did?
That guy is a big star now.
He's
big
a star?
shot. Big shot.
Big shot.
He's doing commercials. Do I do commercials for this radio station? I mean, come on, Steele. I know I'm not here every week.
You're not here every month.
We talked about a couple deals here and there, but now TK's doing it all. I think TK's getting all my gigs.
We love TK, but he obviously has stepped up in the world and moved on to radio superstardom, as tends to happen around here.
Let's hear what one has to say. I think we have.
I still didn't get to discuss Darren, but we will. We will discuss Darren.
We'll discuss Darren.
All right.
Hello.
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 All yours, Donovan.
Who's this?
This is Donovan. Who's this?
Donovan. This is Ola Pornog.
Ola Pornog. Is that Pornog? Gola?
I'm just joking. Because you know what? I called earlier and I was talking to you and I was telling you I was really young and Jonesy's like, "Hey, that was Lily Young." Or you said that. Anyway, that was very funny. But I have a good question for those guys.
For the boys that left?
You mean the guys that left half an hour ago?
Did they leave? Well, why are you still taking calls then, dude?
Well, dude.
Why are we still taking calls?
We have a radio station.
That's what we do every week, and that's what we like to do.
This is like a threesome. Who's that with Donovan?
This is Billy.
Are you sure you're listening to the right radio station?
Billy and Donovan. Woo, baby.
I'll tell you what you need to do is send over a small parcel of whatever you're taking, because we need to be on it, and then we'll see you in about an hour, darling.
No, I'm about to go get a photo.
Hello? She went through a tunnel.
That sounded interesting. She was about to go and get up.
Wait, we've got hello?
Hey, if you're going to be down in MacArthur Park, you should try to pick up, like, immigration papers, like if you need a green card or something, because that's a good place to score those, too.
Is that Vincent Gallo?
No, it's not. But, I could be if you want me to be. But, no, I'm not.
Okay. Well, Billy, point taken. Thank you. Let's try 3 here.
Look straight into that, mate. Thank you. Listen to that. That's the sound of line 3. Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, okay, I don't really want to talk. I just want to request a freaking song, and I don't know how to do it. I can't find the freaking number.
Oh, what a freaking problem.
I know.
But why don't you want
right?
to talk? I mean, this is your opportunity. You're live on Los Angeles Radio.
No. I don't want to be live, okay?
You are live.
But there's really nothing we can do about it.
The world is listening to you right
Let me
now.
say something really fast then, okay?
Okay,
I
then.
work for this band that you guys are having a show for on the 27th, and I have not heard them on the damn radio yet.
Uh-oh.
I've been in town for like
Disgruntled.
a week now.
What's the band?
And I'm Shiny Toy Guns.
What's Shiny Toy Guns? Well, they're playing a gig next week.
I know, I work for them, so I know that.
Okay.
But my sad thing is I've not heard them on the radio yet. Damn radio yet. That's me.
We play them every 16 hours.
Okay, my apartment is so bad, I have no reception.
Well, this is interesting. Let's keep going. Let's see what
Hold
John's doing
on
here.
a second. Hold on a second. I love that you called up, and it's great. By the way, we don't work for Indie. They just give us 2 hours a week, and we come in and do whatever we want. So, what I love about you is that you've called in so disgruntled and so
I'm so angry that
obviously
I've not
angry,
heard them.
and then we stumble across the fact that your apartment actually doesn't have any reception, and you
And I
wouldn't.
don't get it.
You wouldn't
I
know
don't
if we're
get
playing.
any radio.
I just played Shiny Toy Gun three times in a row. You didn't hear it?
No!
You didn't hear it? Well, that must be your reception. I've played it 3 times in a row this show. I love that band.
I am so mad.
There you go.
Can you play it again?
Oh, yeah, I'll
It's
play it
coming
again.
right
It's coming
now.
up. It's the next song.
Tune in.
Wow.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, is this Donovan?
Yeah, hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
We're kind of floundering a bit here, but that's why I went to the phone lines.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to call in before you guys were done with the show.
Okay, well, you're here. What's going on?
Yeah. Not much. I'm going to Costa Mesa for the Velvet Revolver show.
Are they playing tonight?
I think it's tonight, yeah.
Well, I hope it's tonight if you're going to Costa Mesa.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't know. Nobody tells me anything anymore. So Velvet Revolver is playing in Costa Mesa tonight.
Yeah, the Pacific Coast Amphitheater.
Oh, yes.
I'm just.
Well, have a good time.
I'm so just texting people on my phone right now because it's just.
Thank you. We'll take one more call and then we'll go to a song because
Do we have commercials?
Again,
to do?
riveting.
We do have. Hold on. We have commercials to do, which could be better than what we're doing right now.
Just the last one.
Hi, Jonesy. This is the last one. Hi, it's Elle. How you doing?
Hi, Elle.
Is that a commercial?
Hi. No, this isn't Jonesy. But you know what? I have a question for those guys on.
Is anyone listening to us? Do you understand that it's Saturday, 7:50, and Steve Jones is nowhere near the studio right now? Steve Jones is floating in a swimming pool right now, like a scene out of Sexy Beast.
Can you believe
What
this?
is going on?
I don't know.
I don't know. We had Voivod in today.
Yeah, we played Shiny Toy Gun 3 times in a row. I mean, aren't people listening to this show?
I don't think anyone has reception right now.
Maybe I should just call my mum, who might be listening.
Come on,
Dude,
Billy.
run those commercials so we can come back and say
You're
goodbye.
listening to Camp Freddy Radio, Indy 1031.
That's right. This has been Camp Freddy Radio. Donovan Leach. Billy Morrison is looking lovely. He's just cleaned himself up.
I came in wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and look at me now, all suited and
All
booted.
suited, mate.
Suited and booted and ready for whatever.
Safe, sorted, and sussed.
Yeah, sussed. We will be back next week. I won't, but Donovan has already agreed live on air to do next week's show, which is wonderful. It's been a blast. Thank you to Jason and the Voivod boys.
Voivod, thank you for coming down.
And we will be back next week. I'm going to leave you with a much underrated cult track off the 2001 Beyond Good and Evil album. And this is called War. Excellent, Darren. Good segue. Love it.